Hello everyone. The topic Peter and I want to share with you is Facebook ad campaign. Here are our team members. First of all is business understanding. Under different marketing campaigns conducted by Facebook, we dig out the interactions among different attributes, and we apply data mining and statistical model to our datasets to show the interactions in detail. Next is data understanding. Here is our attributes. In our perspectives, AD-ID reporting and NFV campaign are irrelevant variables, so we do not analyze these attributes. Hence, there are 8 attributes and 761 figures in our datasets. We calculate the count, mean, standard deviation, minimum 25%, 50%, 75%, and maximum of every relevant attributes. We found out the values appear in each attribute, which is presented on our code's input 54. The next is data preparation. First of all, we divide the core business indicators into 2 sections. One is that the indicators which change with time record a first type, and we choose the clicks spent, total conversion, and approved conversion as the time-based attributes. Another is that the indicators which do not change with time record a second type, age and gender. Further, we analyze the 2 types in detail. Here is our first type. As we all see, the peak occurs on 2020 August 23rd. The fluctuation of clicks and spend are the same, and they fluctuate more obviously than other 2. For the second type, we investigate its interactions with the first category. These 2 figures describe the crop portraits divided by gender and age, the distribution of clicks, and the clicks that are divided by age. We found that people in their 30 to 34 not only accounted for the largest proportion of the population, but contributed most of clicks as well. The following figures display 3 interests: total conversion, total approved conversion, and spend, which changed with age. For interests, 30 to 34-year-old take up the majority of the total interests, but the averages are nearly the same. That is because on the pie chart of crowd portraits divided by gender and age, the number of people decreases with the increase of age. So do interests. For total conversion, total approved conversion, total impressions, and total spends, 30 to 34-year-old take up the majority as well, and these 4 attributes decrease with age. Well, here are total impressions, total spends change with gender. Well, next is the data visualization. As the figures show, the correlations among clicks, spend, impressions, and approved conversion are strong. Also, in the age group 45 to 49, clicks and spend may be affected by age. Finally, the interaction among interest and clicks, spend, impressions, and approved conversion are relatively strong. Well, next, welcome to my teammate, Peter.
Thank you, Simon. Now let me introduce the rest part. For modeling, we mentioned in business understanding that under different marketing campaigns conducted by Facebook, we dig out the interactions among different attributes. In order to better judge whether a user can become an active user through these attributes, we have established 6 models. They are logistic regression, SVM, tree classifier, Bernoulli, multinomial, and Gaussian NB. Then evaluation. We need to evaluate these 6 models and finally select one best model. We should evaluate from 3 indicators. They are precision, recall, and F1 score, respectively. Meanwhile, approved should be the category we pay attention to. It is worth mentioning that in the logistic regression model, we use cross-validation. The purpose of cross-validation is to obtain a more stable and reliable model. Therefore, when comparing models, we will not consider the ordinary logistic regression model, but use the cross-validated logistic regression model for comparison. And these are classification reports for each model. Regarding precision, the higher the precision, the lower the false alarm rate and the higher the accuracy. We find that the top 3 precision rankings are Gaussian NB, which is 0.8, logistic regression model, which is 0.76, and multinomial, which is 0.66. The analyze from another indicator, recall. Recall and precision influence each other. In a perfect situation, both are high, but in general, the two are negatively correlated. High precision is accompanied by low recall. The top 3 with high precision have relatively low recall. Gaussian NB, which is 0.36, logistic regression model, which is 0.44, and multinomial, which is 0.38. The last indicator, F1 score, it combines the advantages of precision and recall, while taking into account false positives and false negatives. And at the same time, our data is not evenly distributed. The ratio of not approved samples to approved samples is 129 to 157. In this case, F1 score of accuracy is the best indicator for evaluation. We find that the top 3 F1 score rankings are logistic regression, which is 0.62, Gaussian NB, which is 0.6, and SVM and Bernoulli tied for third, which is 0.59. Based above, logistic regression model is the best model to predict whether the viewer can become an active user. Then the last but not least, deployment. We need to pay attention to the availability of the results of data analysis and the ability to meet the commercial goal of accurate advertising. We divide the deployment into 3 parts. They are deployment, monitoring and maintenance, and review. Deployment. Through the previous analysis, we have conducted that spend and click are positively correlated. So a reasonable increase in investment can achieve greater returns in a major premise that we know. The analysis also pointed out that regardless of gender, 30 to 34 years old are the most active in click, interest, and conversion indicators. Within this age group, the indicators of males are much higher than females. Therefore, we should increase the advertising density for users in the 30 to 34 age group and set the visual effects of advertising to cater to the taste of this age group. And at the same time, we should increase the advertising investment for male users in this age group. Monitoring and maintenance, we need to set some simple KPIs. For example, through the execution of the model, whether our clicks and conversion have been significantly improved. The rule of this deployment is to monitor the effectiveness of the model and to maintain the long-term application of the model. Review. After running this model for a period of time, we should evaluate its prediction effect. If there are a large number of inaccurate predictions, we should update a new data set or fine-tune certain indicators. And that's all of our presentation. Thank you for listening.